After 5 years, I'm finally back in Western and Northern Iceland to take some epic photos, and in this video we'll visit several of the most beautiful locations the Snæfellsnes Peninsula has to offer, along with 2 brand new ones I've never visited before. We started out our trip at the beautiful Hraunfoss, where we captured the last of the autumn colors during a very wet day. Hraunfoss is special for how the waterfall literally falls out of the cliffs. The longer focal lengths are great here for zooming into specific parts of the waterfall and bringing in a bit of out of focus foregrounds. So we've made it to this beautiful little waterfall right here. There are some really cool compositions to be had from down here and up towards the waterfall. I have to go very, very wide. Like, I was shooting with my 10mm and I was still like doing panoramas. Or else you can go behind the waterfall right here. If you want it all in one shot, again, 10mm works really well, but obviously you can also do panoramas for this one right here. So the light is just really pretty. From time to time it pops out and lights up the waterfall, which looks super, super nice, and also lights up the surroundings right here. It's all about getting that proper light in there to just highlight the area, highlight the waterfall, and just highlight whatever it is you want to show. And it also creates like a lot of like dynamics throughout the scene. Arguably not that this waterfall actually needs those dynamics, because it is already quite a beautiful waterfall with a lot of like smaller cascades all the way around right here. This waterfall is quite easy to approach, but unless you know it's there, you'll likely miss it. I have added it to my digital landscape photography map of Iceland, where I also have links to all my videos I've made from the different locations over the years for even more information. So if you're going to Iceland on your own, be sure to get it, as it's easy to integrate with Google Maps, so you always have it available on your phone. The link is in the description of the video. So we have arrived here at the famous Kirkjufell mountain, and isn't that a gorgeous one? Now, sadly, to get to the classic viewpoint, it has been closed down because now they have decided to like create some kind of podium for tourists. So when life gives you lemons, we've been forced over here along the water instead, but that's also fine because there are so many reflection shots to get. So put on the ultra wide angle. I've been shooting with the 14mm, so it's really good for the horizontal photos, where we can like include some foreground stones, get the reflection in the fjord. And then just down here behind me, there's another super clean reflection that we have used both as a leading line and to get the reflection. And then we have this beautiful, moody, cold evening light right now. No direct light on the mountain, but this location is so strong in and of itself that you can shoot it in basically all conditions. Blue skies, middle of the day, gray skies, at evening like now, without direct light, with direct light, yeah, basically anything. The first photo I took during the evening, and this photo I took the following morning as there was a chance of a sunrise. Sadly, it never really manifested, but everything considering, the lack of direct light and warm colors in the sky, I actually really liked the calmness of this blue hour scene, and if it hadn't been for the construction work at the waterfall, we would probably not have made it to this viewpoint. I'm not sure when the construction work will be done or how the opportunities for taking photos will change, but let's hope for the best. So we have come here to a new waterfall that I've never photographed before, Svöðufoss or something like that it's called. There's a tiny bit of a walk getting in here from the parking lot, but nothing crazy. We have really harsh conditions photographing in today because we have like direct sun straight onto the water right here. It's just how it is. Days like this is changing weather all the time. Sometimes you get blue sky and direct sun, and other times you just get hit by a shower. So you can shoot from like these lower positions right here with a longer lens shooting into the waterfall, or you can actually crawl up here on the side and get closer to the waterfall with a good wide angle lens. So I was just up there checking it out because obviously I can't help myself, I just need to. And at 16mm it's quite tight. I would probably suggest bringing a 14mm up there if you do crawl up, or you can of course also do a panorama. So up there I tried a few different shutter speeds. So I tried a very fast shutter speed for the big background waterfall, and then I did my usual where I get some streaks, capture some streaks with a slow shutter, long exposure for the foreground streaks. I think it turned out pretty good. This photo of Svöðufoss didn't turn out half bad considering the hard lighting conditions. Around waterfalls, a bit of shadow always makes a big difference during the day. I actually have a new 6-hour landscape photography course available all about photographing and editing waterfalls. Among others, I show how to photograph and edit a photo like this with both a fast and longer shutter speed. There is a link down in the description of the video for that one too. Alright, so we are back at the Black Church. I have not been here for like 5 years, so I'm quite excited about being here again. Now, a lot of things have changed here. There's like more ropes. You can't walk in among the tombstones anymore, so you can only shoot the Black Church more or less from a distance by now. So there are also a lot of tourists because we are here in the middle of the day because we prioritize other locations for sunset and sunrise. And all the tourists are of course up around where the church is. So for us it's all about getting a little bit of distance to the church so that we can hide all the people that walks up at the church and around the church. And that's quite easy because we have a lot of rocks and grass that we can use as foreground. So it's about like getting low, getting the right angle. Right now I'm working on a scene right here where we have the church here in the background. And then I'm simply just using these foreground rocks here to frame that church. Right now I'm shooting very, very wide at 35mm. So the church is quite small in the scene. I may crop this specific photo a little bit. But generally it's just about walking around and finding different kinds of foregrounds where you can cover up the bottom of the church or get as much distance or get at an angle where you don't have tourists and cars and the background hotel within the frame. So we have arrived here in Arnarstapi, and we're just shooting a little bit further back where there's those beautiful basalt sea cliffs where you have like the waves coming up against them, and you can like make different long exposures in either towards west or towards east from that location. It looks really, really, really pretty. And we just had like the sun breaking out and lighting up the rain, and we had moody clouds in the other direction. Weather-wise, really, really nice. And when we have shifting weather like we have today, sometimes we also get really nice rainbows. You can see the rest of a rainbow just right here. And now we are down at Gatklettur and just used the camera with a vertical composition where we just photographed towards this one here. I had a 6-stop filter on, so got like 2.5-ish seconds long exposure. That looked really nice when the waves come in and out of the sea stack arch right here, and then with the rainbow on top. Awesome. Now, one thing that is not necessarily super good is this really, really hard shadow. But then again, if we didn't have like the sun, we probably wouldn't have the rainbow either. So it's always a little bit of a give and take. But I think this photo actually turned out to be really, really nice. This photo just came out so good. This short long exposure of 2.5 seconds with the breaking wave coming through Gatklettur creates a great visual through the arch, and of course the rainbow coming in from the upper left corner and running parallel with the brighter cloud down to Gatklettur just works so well. And speaking of composition, I've actually just updated my 2 ebooks about composition in landscape photography. Firstly, after 6 years, I've had to make a price increase of $5 due to the inflation and falling value of the US dollar against the Danish kroner, and that price increase will also include my ebook on light and landscape photography. I do honestly feel a little bit bad about that, but I do have to protect myself and my income moving forward in an ever-changing world. But I have made a major update to the ebooks on composition with Exif data on all the photos, just like I have in my ebook about light in landscape photography. I also fixed some minor grammar mistakes and added a few new pages to the first of the 2 composition ebooks. With this price increase, it is also a new product, so to speak, so although I did completely free of charge send out the minor updated versions of the original ebooks, these new ones are such a big update that they will not be shared for free as updates. See it as a new edition, just like a new edition of a physical book is. However, for the first time ever, there will be a small discount if you get all 3 of the ebooks bundled up, and if you are in doubt whether you want them or not, you can get the 3 free light versions also updated by subscribing to my newsletter in the description of the video. Thank you for your understanding, and sincere thank you to all of you who have got my products over the years. It is because of you I can have this as a job and keep making these free videos. The last location we visited on the Snæfellsnes Peninsula is the beautiful sea stacks Lóndrangar. If you look closely, you can actually see that they are shaped like a Viking ship. We had high hopes for a good sunset, but sadly this time the clouds didn't cooperate either. But again, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. And I made myself a 2-minute long exposure that actually turned out pretty good. Check out the description of the video for all my educational material, the ebooks and the courses, the workshops that we have just announced a new one of, and the landscape photography maps. In next week's video, we drive east to the northern and eastern part of Iceland, where we'll get some epic experiences. See you there.